Well, hello again. I'm tired. Oh my god. Have you ever noticed in anything that's a space-themed princess, they always have a food-themed hairdo? Like Leia had the donut buns, and Usagi has the frickin' meatball head, or odongos, whatever they call it. So I'm worried that our next space-themed princess is going to be like, or queen, or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be, I'm worried it's going to be like cauliflower, or tacos, or broccoli. I just thought I should point that out before we get started in the video, just to have a joke to break the ice. So, hello again everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Cosplay Chronicles, and I've been talking about for a long ass frickin' time. It took me a while to do it. I've mentioned it in almost every single damn video, but I have yet to actually, like, make the video, because procrastination, life problems, more procrastination, Netflix vines, all that shit got and really postponed this video so I can explain to you how I made this cosmic mess. Okay, so to start out with the dress, obviously, it's sort of the same process as I did Princess Serenity, but what I did was I took a, oh dear god, I'm trying to balance my bow on the back of this table because I'm tired and it's a lot of weight. So the first thing that I did for this dress was I did the same thing as always, and I used a sheet, like just like Princess Serenity. However, I did something different this time where I actually messed up royally and I got the wrong sheet. I usually get the one where it's trimmed at the bottom where it's an actual sheet. But stupid me didn't read the damn thing, and I got a fitted sheet, basically with the elastic inside. And first time I got it, the first time that I got a sheet, I accidentally got the kind where it was just like the bottom trim, and it had like that mesh stuff for the on the inside. I didn't get the kind that I wanted, but I thought, you know what, I'm using it to my benefit. And ironically, I got a, wait for it, queen size sheet. I know, pun intended. I know, I'm stupid. I'm such a fucking comedian. I made a rectangular piece, and it was basically like cut, sew, trim, trying to see what kind of thing I'm working with. And I always left just a little bit of room. I didn't make it like so skin tight, since I still have to wear a bra, and I still have to fit it over me. There are two things I've done to like help myself wear this dress, and that's I've used a tummy tuck, that's what I'm wearing right now, and the other thing is a tank top with the straps cut off. So it's entirely up to you what you want to use, as long as it's to your benefit and what you see fit for your comfort zone. Those are some options to work with. So the next thing that I did was I cut out a big trapezoid piece like I usually did, and I put the two of them together. The thing with a bigger dress is that they're going to have a lot more to work with, and I used some elastic and sewed it all together. Now we can finally talk about what I did for the bodice piece. This was a royal piece of work. So what I did is the same thing I did before for Princess Serenity. I took some gold acrylic paint and I painted on a piece of fabric that I wasn't using anymore, and then I took two circles, one 3 inches and one 5 inches, because it has to be able to have a good space in between so it doesn't come apart and it looks too skinny. It has to be just right for the circles. All around. Now, you guys are probably wondering, hey, Shira, why don't you actually use gold fabric? That is an excellent idea. However, one thing that I've noticed that working with painted fabric is that because it's stiffer, it's easier to work with. So that way when I went to go glue it, I've noticed that because it's being painted on and it's stiff now, it's easier to work with. So that way it doesn't wrinkle, and that way it stays in one place with me. The other design piece, and that's at the bottom right here. It took me a while to kind of figure out the design of how I was going to do it. What I essentially did was I did a little U-shaped thing, and I took a pencil and I basically drew onto a piece of fabric and the same leftover fabric that I used from the bodice. And what I did was I did it all around, then finally I cut out the desired pieces and I left a little bit of room at the end, and I kind of had to play around with it to see how big or small it was going to be, since I can't have it too huge because it still has to fall on the bodice. Luckily the odds were in my favor. Afterwards I glued it onto the bodice with the gold piece and then finally the bottom pieces, and then I took a pair of scissors and then using some scissors I rounded the edges. I bought some white, I call them lining pieces because they're used to go against, like, you know, to line the jacket or whatever. I call it lining pieces, but I know it's called something else. I just needed just enough from one thing to do, to go around the dress for the 2 lines that are on there. And then after I did that, I moved on to using the same beads that I used from the Princess Serenity dress, so I'm able to save myself some major money. And I took some safety pins and I pinned it to the dress that way it wouldn't fall out of place and have to keep battling with it like I do before. And the last thing I did for the bodice was I took some pearl beads. You can get them from anywhere. You can get them from Michael's or Walmart or anywhere else as long as they're pearl beads, and I strung them onto some string and I secured it with a little clasp, and it's pretty simple. I just put it over my head and put it on the bottom of the white design pieces, and it just falls right there, and it's simple, just as that, easy as pie. The next thing that I want to talk about is the back bow. The bow is the, oh shit, there goes my crown, I've been dethroned! Stay on, you little shit. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the bow. The bow was the same thing I did this before, however, it took like an entire thing of like a twin sheet to do the back bow, since the bow is a freaking hell of a mess. It is huge. So I did the same thing I did before, where I folded into making a bow and then I made a fake knot and I sewed that together and secured it. And after I did that, I took whatever was remaining and made the same thing I said before, which this is the only way I can explain it as, but I made like a tunnel shaped thing. I slipped it through there. I took some Velcro dots and I put it on the back of the dress so I could connect the bow pieces together, and I took these huge Velcro circles and I placed it on the back of it, and I cut it in half and be able to secure the back bow in place, and I put it on the very back here, and then I took some other Velcro dots and put it on the back and put on the bow and secured it in place so I wouldn't fall down. But in case I felt like I needed something to really help keep it up, I took another safety pin and I went from the inside and did it from there and secured it in place, and it's completely hidden. You can't even see it. For the arm sleeves, I was a little bit picky about it since I definitely wanted to have the arm sleeves for this cosplay. However, I really want to do something different. I didn't want to do like styrofoam balls, and I kept thinking it looked like a giant loofah. Like, it reminded me of the sleeves that Kim Basinger had on her dress from Batman, but I didn't want it as huge and end up like those like Batman Kim Basinger sleeves. So one thing that I did was I went to AC Moore and my mom and I asked for help. We took a picture out, and I got a hand to the lady. She really tried to help us. She kept explaining something like tag it here and then put it here and then do this and do this all along. And so my mom was like, oh, that's a great idea. Meanwhile, I'm just standing there like, what? I had to play around with myself to see what I wanted to do. The sleeves are made of tulle, some glitter tulle, because I really want to make it. It bleeds glitter like everywhere, and it looks like Kesha jizzed all over the damn thing, but it's worth it. One thing that I did was I measured around my armband to see how much elastic that I needed, and then after that was done, I took the tulle, I rounded it over, and then I slid it down to see how much I needed, and afterwards it was done, and I spaced it out to make it look just like it does in the book, and made it all nice and neat. And I kind of pulled it apart just to make it a little bit more poofy like it is. And then I took yet another safety pin. I feel like this entire cosplay is like 45% safety pins. I attached it together so it wouldn't fall apart, and I used Velcro dots before, and Velcro dots didn't pan out because they couldn't really stick together. So I thought, hey, safety pins, that hasn't failed me yet. And of course I have the same bracelet that I used from Princess Serenity, so I was able to use it yet again for Neo Queen Serenity. Last thing that I'll be talking about is how I did the crown. I was in major turmoil over how the crown was supposed to work. I had a lot of ideas, and I looked at their pictures and see what people did for their crowns, and I sort of just played it by ear. A majority of people that I saw that did the crown made sure they just had like the heart shape in the middle, and as long as it looked very pretty and very royal, very crown-like, and it didn't look too kitty-like. What I did was I took a normal crown that Mom got from Goodwill for like $1.25, best price ever for a crown. We took some of the parts off on the outside, and then she took a Dremel drilling kit, and she went along the sides of the heart to make it look a little bit more heart-shaped, and so it looked a bit more cleaner. And then we went to Michael's. We went all over the place to try and find the perfect shape. We thought about getting like 2 squares and putting like 2 triangles on top and doing that. We were so close to doing that, or at least I know I was, because I was getting frustrated with this damn thing. I found these perfect beads. They're wonderful, and I got them from Michael's, and I actually have some extra ones too that come in a 4-pack. They're from Bead Landing, I believe. I didn't get a chance to film this, but I'll just talk about it. So what I did was I took some string and I looped and I went through the holes of the bead piece, and I rounded the top of the little tiara base, and then at the very bottom, and just went over and over, and I made a couple of knots. That way, if the crown falls off my head like I did earlier, it won't fall out of place, and it won't shatter or anything. It won't go places, and I can just pop it right back in. So it's pretty simple. And I honestly love the way the crown came out. It's very queen-like, and it's pretty, and it's definitely does resemble like a good cosmic crown, in my opinion. And I got these pearls from Kohl's. You can make your own if you want to, like the same thing I did with the bead bodice. But it's entirely up to you what you want to do. I was able to get these on sale from Kohl's. I will admit to you guys right now, I was a little hesitant of doing this video because I don't have the silver wig. I didn't get a chance to purchase it yet because money has been pretty tight. And I remembered, well, I can still pull it off because it's Meatball Head. And I still have like 2 Sailor Moon wigs. And I guess like a part of me is still apprehensive where it's like, well, it's just, I don't know. And then I remembered that there are still cosplayers that pull this off with just the blonde instead of the, that did the different colors. They did ash blonde, they did yellow blonde, they did silver, and they did however they saw fit. So I thought, hell, if they can do it, I can do it too. So, you know, that's something that you have to keep telling yourself with cosplay, is that you have to do it the way you see fit, and you just can't listen to the haters. And so that's everything that I did to transform myself. I thought this would be a longer video, but I think I've covered just about everything. If you'd like to see how I did the makeup for Neo Queen, I'll have a link at the bottom of this page. And as always, there is going to be a damn it montage. Holy shit, what was that? Don't stick to the table! No! Jeez Louise, how come I can't do these things in peace? This is gonna take forever. Oh my god! Why is it every time I do a Sailor Moon cosplay, something bad has to go horribly wrong? Oh, crud. Oh my god. I'm trying to work. Oh, I didn't even catch. Shit, 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 shit. I still find it very funny that throughout the entire duration of this cosplay, I've made over 3 Michael Jackson references. No more over. I need some help. There's no food anymore. I think I ate some glue. Why does this keep happening to me? Why? I just want to cosplay Neo Queen Serenity. God.
It is a disco ball. Quick, play some Michael Jackson. Get these sick tunes up in the biz. God, I'm so done with myself.
Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough.
I'm done with myself.
You started it.
Yeah, I know I did.
Thank you so much for watching and staying tuned and being awesome and all that jazz. I'm sorry if my attitude's a little crappy right now. I am tired. This thing is heavy and I'm hungry and all I want is food. I've been thinking about a baked potato for like the entire duration of this video. I'm telling you, I am the real life Usagi. I feel like I should have a little reference to some space stuff, so I would get my Luna, but it's too far away, so I'm just gonna get Yoda because the new Star Wars movie came out and it's space themed and it works, and my Yoda's adorable. Say bye-bye, Yoda. Bye-bye.
Shine bright like a diamond.
And I thought, hey Chloe, what's up? My cat's over there, my Luna. Hey, come back here, little shit. I can't get her. I can't run this dress. I forgot. I don't know if actually Yoda says that. Do I find it funny that I've actually bought this with, and you're gonna kill me, but I've actually never seen Star Wars. I find it funny that I do this cosplay right at the time when Star Wars just came out. Oh, let's get down to business. To defeat the buns.